Hey guys, let's talk about where to take your education after high school. Some of you know I am a community college professor at Riverside City College, and it's my job a lot of times to counsel high school students and talk to them about how to pursue their goals, their hopes and dreams, and the different things that they want to achieve as an artist or a designer. So in 2025, here's my advice on what I think you should do. Number one, don't just accept what the counselor tells you at face value. Don't just let other people dictate to you what you should study or where you should go to school and so forth. What I think is really important to understand is the marketplace. And the marketplace changes rapidly, especially when we're talking about commercial art, graphics, illustration, animation, design. And so all of that is frankly uncertain. The entertainment industry is struggling. Marketing and advertising changes daily, especially with the advent of AI. And all of the tools that we're using on a regular basis are being updated and changed regularly. So there isn't a single course, a set group of decisions that will guarantee you a position or a place or a career. So I'm not here to say don't become a graphic designer. Don't enter the field of commercial art. What I'm saying is be logical and careful as you make your decision. And the first bit of advice I have for you is do not spend a lot of money going to a four-year university. For this type of career, it's not necessary. You can get the same kind of education, frankly, even a better education at a community college or a trade school where you can focus specifically on what you need to succeed in this business, and that is a portfolio and skills and creativity. So, if you're thinking about where to go to school, this means you're going to be counter to a lot of the advice that you get from guidance counselors and administrators and family and parents, because everybody thinks that going to a university guarantees a good job. Now, it does in a variety of fields, but not every field. So you really need to be careful about how much you're willing to spend to pursue your artistic, creative um, degree. So carefully choose where to go, what to do, and consider options that maybe you hadn't thought of before. For example, printing graphics. Printing graphics is something that is not going to go away, and it's not going to be replaced by AI because it's a production field. It's something that is tangible, that we take our art and we print it on clothing, or we put it on billboards, or we put it on signage or packaging. Now, the printing process may get more automated, but it's not going to be replacing us as technicians or designers. We still need to be involved in the process. Also, as a marketing product, as a business, it's something that you can sell more than just your talent or your ability to draw or your ability to make creative art. A tangible product is something that's an additional object that has value, and it's something that's related to commerce, and that's not going to go away. So definitely explore your options when thinking about expanding what might be the area of focus for your future career. Um, all right, I have a little formula. Let me share it with you guys. And this is it. Right out of high school, as you're deciding what you want to do, it's a really good idea to explore the options that you have in community college. So if you look at that community college and you see the degrees that are offered, many of those you can go for very little money in the state in which you live. For example, at Riverside City College, most students can go for free in those first 2 years, especially if they keep a good GPA and are full-time students. So you can get a trade certificate or a career degree preparing you for an actual job for very little money within a year or two. That's an excellent way to get your start right out of high school. What does that mean? That means you need to avoid the advice that tells you that you're transferring to a university and you need to take all kinds of general education. No, you don't, especially in an art and design career space. So if you have to make a choice between going to school or not going to school, go to school for the trade career that you're interested in and ignore the rest for now. You can always return to school later to finish your bachelor's degree or to work on an additional degree or certificate. But when you're 19, 20 years old, you haven't had a job before, you're trying to figure out what to do with your life, do you really think you're going to get closer to a job or to getting experience for a job by just continuing on in school uninterrupted? No. So at your young age, I think work experience is also very important. And all of the things that are involved in getting prepared for work, a resume, a driver's license, you know, a bank account, all those things that are really important in adulting, you need to get figured out to get your first job. So I think it's just as important as a young 20 something to get a good job in a related field while you're going to community college, preparing yourself and learning job skills. That is going to set you apart from your peers who just got shuffled into a 4-year college and are not doing those things. So, guaranteed, you're going to get further ahead if you dive right in, start working, practicing your skills and your craft. You're going to be further ahead than your peers. Then, as you save money, as you gain confidence, as you figure out what you really are interested in for a career, then maybe you can return to school and upgrade. You can get your bachelor's degree, you can work on starting a business or pursuing a higher paid position with that extra education, but you can do it on your terms after you've already made some choices and decisions in your life. That way you kind of know where you're headed without being kind of lost and aimless. This is the formula. The three things you need to succeed in your future that I think will protect you from AI and uncertainty and all those other things that are coming at us is number one, knowledge, which you've been working on and gaining in school. Number two, skills. So when you get to a community college, you need to pursue skills. You don't need to just know stuff. You need to know how to do stuff. So pick classes that teach you how to do things. That's critical. Third is experience, and you get that on the job. So find a job in a related field, even if it starts by sweeping the floor of the shop where you want to work, whatever. You can build your skills, build your experience by being involved. And after a year or two, finishing your certificate, working on your experience, you're going to find more opportunities open to you. So that's the main part of my advice. Um, Work on yourself, work on these ideas, and think about where you really want to go. And unfortunately, the hard truth is that there are no guarantees. Nothing is guaranteed to work out for you. Sorry. So even if you spend all the money and get a degree, you're not guaranteed a great position. I'm sorry, but in today's world and today's economy, that's true. AI, other types of issues, unexpected issues come up, life issues come up. Okay. So be practical, be logical, build your knowledge, build your skills, get experience, get used to the career path, and you'll find your way. All right. Good luck. Avoid the common cliches of a 4-year university with all that expense and debt involved in it. Find your own way, and you'll be fine.